This is the Ninja Luxe Café 3-in-1 Espresso, drip coffee, and cold brew machine. I picked it up because my counter was turning into a coffee shop, separate grinder, an older espresso machine, a cheap drip brewer, and a jar in the fridge for cold brew. I wanted one machine that could cover my weekday lattes, weekend drip, and ice stuff without a lot of fuss. After living with it daily, I've got a pretty clear picture of where it shines and where it nags. It sits in that middle zone between entry-level machines and the fancy cafe toys. It's pricier than a basic drip or pod setup, but lower than those premium machines that want you to master every variable. It's for someone who wants variety with training wheels, who doesn't mind doing a little hands-on work, but doesn't want to baby a dozen steps at 6 a.m. In real use, the biggest relief is no scale on the counter. The weight-based dosing actually works. I lock the portafilter in the cradle, pick my drink, and it drops the right amount of grounds for a double or a quad. The assisted tamper has a click that tells me I've hit the right pressure, and it keeps my puck flat so I don't get weird channeling. The machine gives me grind tips after a shot, and those suggestions are pretty solid with medium and darker roasts. With a standard Italian blend, I went from okay to smooth and syrupy by nudging 2 clicks finer, exactly as it recommended. With very light, dense beans, I've had to fight it a bit. Even at the finest setting, a couple bags never quite hit the 30-second sweet spot. Drinkable? Yes. That sparkling, super high extraction vibe? Not really. Espresso flavor has surprised me in a good way. It's legit, not fake foam pressurized basket stuff. As a latte base, it's sturdy and chocolatey, with most supermarket beans, and really nice with anything medium roast. The cold-pressed espresso mode is what I use for iced drinks. It pulls slowly at a lower temp and pressure, and I don't have to drown it in ice to tame the bitterness. I get a smooth, iced Americano without watering it down. On drip, I lean on the rich setting more than classic. Classic feels a bit thin unless I load up the basket. Rich gives me that fuller cup I want when I'm not in a mood to fuss with pour-over. I like that I can brew straight into a travel mug and run out the door. The cold brew feature is shockingly practical for mornings when I forgot to prep the night before. 10 to 15 minutes and I've got a mellow, low-acid drink that tastes close enough to the overnight jar method that I don't feel like I'm compromising. The frothing system is hands-off in a way that I appreciate when I'm multitasking breakfast. I pick steamed milk, thin froth, thick froth, or cold foam, and it handles the rest. For dairy, the texture is consistent and glossy enough for casual latte art if I'm feeling extra. With oat milk, the plant-based setting helps a lot. Foam is still a bit denser than a cafe's perfect microfoam, but it's miles better than my old attempts with a basic wand. When it's done, it purges, I wipe, and that's that. It's not perfect. The footprint is serious, and once you place it, there it stays. The drip tray is small, and because the machine likes to rinse itself, I empty it more often than I expected. I also wish the US model had a hot water spout for Americanos and tea. I do a workaround, but I miss that feature from other machines. You can't brew and froth at the same time, so making drinks for a group takes a beat. And if you only ever pull single shots, you might not love that it's set up around doubles and quads. I came from a Breville Barista Pro. That machine let me micromanage more things, and with ultralight roasts, I could squeeze out a little extra nuance. But I had to weigh every dose, purge, dial, and repeat. The Ninja is happier to hold my hand. Espresso quality is very close with normal roasts, and the stress level is way lower. Compared to a spendy super automatic I tried at a friend's place, this Ninja's espresso tastes better to me because I'm still tamping and using an unpressurized basket. But I also get the convenience of weight-based dosing and grind guidance. I also love that it replaces my separate drip machine and cold brew jar. That versatility makes it earn its space. Maintenance matters with this one. It'll remind you to clean and descale, and ignoring that is when you notice performance slip. I run a monthly cleaning cycle with a tablet, wipe the wand right away after frothing, and give the grinder a quick vacuum if I've been using oily beans. I also stick to filtered water to stretch out descaling. It's a bit more care than a basic drip machine, but it's still easier than juggling 3 separate devices. The 3 benefits that stand out every single day are consistency without extra gadgets, true all-in-one flexibility, and realistic guidance. Not perfect, but reliable. I can grind, tamp, and pull a shot that tastes the same on Tuesday as it did on Saturday, then brew a rich carafe-style cup, then make a cold drink without planning the night before. The machine gives me just enough direction to keep me from wasting beans, and it doesn't make me feel like I have to babysit every step. Is it worth it? For me, yes. If you like variety, want real espresso with help, and don't want a latte of cables and accessories on the counter, this checks a lot of boxes. If your routine is straight light roast espresso and you're chasing that last 5% of clarity, A higher-end setup might still be your lane. If you want something that does everything for you with zero involvement, a full super automatic is simpler. For everyone in the middle who wants a balanced shot, solid drip, and fast cold brew in one machine, this is easy to recommend. If you have questions about specific beans, the froth presets, or dialing it for iced drinks, drop them below. I'm happy to share the tweaks that worked for me over time. To learn more about the Ninja Luxe Café 3-in-1 Espresso, drip coffee, and cold brew machine, please check the comments section.